When David and I first got married, we were really young and a lot less sanctified than we are now. And to put it nicely, our marriage wasn't a lot of fun. The first several years of our marriage were very, very difficult. It was constant conflict. We were just fighting all of the time. David, we all know David, right? God has done a great work in his life, but when he was 23 years old, it was a lot. And there was a lot to live with every day. And I was teaching school, and one of the older teachers in the school took me under her wing. She was also our pastor's wife at the time, and so we were in a similar life season in that she was older and her kids were gone, and I was young and I didn't have any kids, so we spent a lot of time together. I remember one day I was just railing about David, just constant. He's blah blah and blah blah blah. I just can't stand it, and she was like, Rachel, she said, a long time ago, someone told me when we were having trouble in our marriage to pray this: God, change him or change me. Those were not the words I wanted to hear, because I'm not doing anything wrong. It's all him. The problem was, it wasn't just him. There were issues in my life that I needed to surrender to God and allow God to work out in my life. And so I took her advice, and I began to pray that prayer: God, change him or change me. And God did what he does. He began to change me, and I began to focus on myself and my walk with him rather than constantly trying to change him. That was God's job. My job was to allow God to change me. And so I grew closer and closer and closer to him, and I was involved in Bible studies, and I didn't know it, but David could see it. David could see the change in me, and I began to see little changes in him. He was seeing how God was working in my life, and it was like, well, she can't be more spiritually mature than me. So it was like it spurred him on. And here's my hesitation, and I told David, I said, I really hesitate to share our story because I know it's not one size fits all. I know that God doesn't work in every situation the exact same way. And I said, I don't want to share this because people will sit there and go, whatever. But when I'm telling you that I sat in my house and had planned the day that I was going to pack up my car with my things and my kids and come home to Evansville with my parents, I'm not lying to you. I was done. I was done. But God is the one who has held us together. And every time that we follow this pyramid, that we focus on our relationship, when I get my eyes on God and off of David's seemingly shortcomings, it always works out. It is by God's grace that he has held us together for 20 years. And he can do it for your marriage too. You just both have to be willing.